What's good, boys? Tempo Storm Boomie. Hashtag TS win. Hashtag become legendary. What's good? Who we got on stage, Toast? Who we got on stage? Okay.
No, I'm gonna go.
Oh, panic button? I see. What is... So what is...
I want to press it.
What's the point of that?
Can I press it?
Get egg in the middle? Yeah, egg. Oh, okay. I understand. What you okay, Toast,
Hi,
you have to
guys.
understand. Why would I ever make such a blunder like that while I'm on the cast? Like, honestly.
That's
What
true.
blunder? What are you talking about?
Like,
He's
okay.
telling me, here, you're sitting on my cable, dude.
Yeah, well, maybe if your cable wasn't so long.
Okay.
Howdy, partner.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm not a
Creed,
fan.
Creed, can you get us water?
Creed. No, thank you.
Anyways.
You've
All
been
right.
on about that
All right.
all weekend, and then you just turn it down. You
wasn't-
put it on for 5 seconds, and then you're like, I don't want it. After you've been telling me, and I've been hearing, oh, Sparky, I want to use your cowboy hat. I want to use
You
it.
act like I talk to you at all.
All right. Anyways, who we got here? We got Tempo Storm Boomie on the left here.
Uh-huh.
We got
Egg.
Eggsoup,
I'm
and we
egg.
got Noble. Yeah.
And
Noble
Noble
Phazon.
I'm Phazon. Just 1-2v2.
Yeah.
How do I feel? I feel
That was
great.
a big one.
I feel
Congrats.
really great. Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, you and Remy
Yeah,
worked
the
really
people
well
we were
together.
up against in Grands, terrible.
Yeah.
So bad.
Who was it?
Get ready for a block of a lot of fun, a lot of good gameplay.
Oh, I
and
got
a
the
lot of
computer.
banter
Oh, I
on
shouldn't
the
show that
mic.
on stream probably. Not
don't know.
sponsored by Acer at all. Just letting you guys know.
All
All right. So,
Oh, my.
thank you.
That's so
Oh
kind.
my.
Creed. Thank
Not
you, Creed.
sponsored by water, of course. I wish we were,
It's
but
not the Sony. Not sponsored by water? We are sponsored by water.
All right, who's up first? Who's on stream?
Thought I turned my mic off.
Oh, it's LDZ.
Is my mic on?
I mean,
your mic is on. It's just quiet.
I
Says
see.
Toast.
yeah.
We're fixing it. Says Toast.
Stop yelling into the mic.
I'm
and then
sorry.
Turn it
I
off.
thought I had to keep it close.
You do have to keep it close. Says Toast. Yo, Vinny.
Shout out V.
Vinny.
What?
On the
Yo,
camera.
you're looking a little lonely over there on the right side of the couch.
Yeah, I know. There's just no one here.
Oh my. Okay, so we got the 2-time, and who's the 2-time against?
I don't know.
He is against KMK3
Slated to play Remy. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be very interesting.
in round
But
1.
for now, oh, look at the tank top.
I'm pretty sure it's like all
He's
he
a
brought.
Chad.
Oh,
He's a
boy.
Chad.
That's like all he brought. Nothing but tank tops. Dude goes to the gym for 1 week, and then this is all he has
Say
in his
1
wardrobe.
week, more like 3 months.
Actually, yeah, he's
Yo.
looking pretty
Rocking the
big.
purple
Hello?
Taros.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
No.
I can't hear anything in my... I'm pretty sure you stepped on something.
Oh my gosh.
sorry.
Anyways, into the
Yo,
game.
Toast,
LDZ
I
on
can't hear
purple
anything, just
Terra.
so you
Patch
guys
was
know.
designed for 2 people. Yeah, so the purple Taros has a bit of history, if you aren't aware. LDZ used to play in online tournaments on the purple roast, or as we like to call it, Gruagok no skin, but that's a whole nother topic.
Oh, he's...
Oh, no,
dead.
he's living. He's living. He's
gone.
living.
Yo, what? He just
Oh,
got body.
never mind.
Hello?
He's
Wow.
laughing in the player can. Yeah, he used to compete in online
Honestly,
tourneys.
I hope
On the
he
roast.
loses this.
Wow.
On the-
you
on the
can't
terrace.
show bias on cast,
Yeah,
Vinny.
what are you doing?
No, I mean it's just blatant disrespect if he's playing
It's
the
not
purple
disrespectful
Terra.
to bust out the
Disrespect.
purple roast.
No.
Like,
Hey, it's a bit.
How?
oh, he
How?
drops these. Yeah,
Unfortunate.
that was a hard drop.
When was the last time he's ever
I
played
seriously
Terras?
can't believe you stepped on something.
I'm not stepping on anything.
Cast? Okay, all right. So, I wish I could see the screen right now. Oh, it's good.
Alright.
It's good. Nice Toast.
Now the
Hey.
stocks are tied.
Up top, dude.
God.
Nice.
Yeah, but
LDZ
LDZ.
gonna be looking for a lot of these hammer nairs grounded, because that move hits grounded now. It's a recent patch. If you weren't aware, read the patch notes, brawlhalla.com/news. Hits him. What? Why are you laughing?
He's gonna get back.
You don't know the
Oh.
Oh
the
my.
soft
Yo,
weapon through a bait.
real talk though, this guy's keeping it close.
Yeah,
You guys know who this is?
KMK3. So he told me he is a PS4 player.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And he wants to change his tag. So
Better do it early than later for
yeah,
sure.
KMK3, maybe a fan of Mortal Kombat 3.
Oh, not sponsored.
Of course, we're talking about the mortality that LDZ is delivering right now.
That's true.
Yeah, very true.
Potential. Never mind.
Looking for a lot of weapon throws. So yeah, a lot of Taros. We got a lot of Taros players here. We got Dark Ghoul. We got Brian. And I see a lot of Taros players. They like the weapon throw button. You got 2 of those giant throws. Okay,
how many was that? Was that 3 in a row?
That was 3 in a row.
Oh.
LDZ using a lot of weapon throws that game.
Dude, LDZ's a spammer.
Oh, YTP coming up.
Maybe something wrong in the game? No.
LDZ cheating, as usual, to win.
Just unbelievable, really. How is it possible that a player can get 256, like 10 tournaments in a row, and then win Worlds?
Yeah.
He has to cheat.
That's true.
He has to cheat. But KMK3 trying to show the PS4 pride here.
He's busting out the Mirage.
I see. I heard Zol. I'm pretty sure. I think LDZ. Yeah, LDZ's definitely on Zol.
Yeah, because you see the technology. LDZ took his hand off the keyboard, but the character on the screen is still moving.
Gosh, you're so good.
It's really just unbelievable. How are you doing? How are you doing, Vinny?
I'm doing good. I mean, I play Boomie next in quarters, so waiting till
I'm
4.
so sorry. Oh my.
Egg, how was he? That was a pretty close game 5.
Were you trolling? I saw the couple.
Oh my.
You ask him that, he's gonna say he's trolling.
Okay, that's fair.
Anyways.
LDZ on the Zol.
I've never seen him play Zol.
So I team with LDZ.
Oh!
I've never seen
this guy's nice on it.
I'm 80% sure he's only doing this because he doesn't have the skin. But you know, if you want to look like LDZ, Malhala.
Right.
This is the back to school event. This Zol skin. Gonna rock out on the cannon. KMK3 switching up on the Mirage. Going for the charged down sig to bait out. Then just hopping over neutral light, but KMK3 not getting baited. Are you guys going to say anything? Can I just...
No, I mean, even though LDZ isn't like a cannon player or axe player, really, I mean, he still was good enough to know like the basic things. So
yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Going for the bear trap.
Right. Even though this guy like probably has a lot more experience on like Mirage than LDZ has on Zol. Yeah. LDZ's, I feel like, good enough to where I don't think he has to feel... He feels like he's at some sort of like disadvantage by playing a character that he usually doesn't.
He's got the fundamentals down. I think one of the just raw taking out LDZ. It's actually a very even game. LDZ, I think one of the trademarks of his play is his movement, and of course, no matter what character you play, you're always going to be able to move the same. Every character, same fall speed, same jump height, all that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Going for the GC, reading the up dodge, and taking a damage lead. Oh, wait, it's Zol. Never mind.
One more is going to do it for him.
He actually touched, yeah.
Yeah.
Fooled us. Apparently fooled LDZ as well.
Oh wow, he's actually keeping me like super close.
No, it is a very close game. What were you watching? Were you not watching?
No, I was looking at the bracket.
I think
unprofessional.
I think the biggest thing
that's not unprofessional. I'm just getting the information.
I think the biggest thing that that KMK3 needs to do is to not just like throw out these gravity cancel sigs over and over, or really the sigs in general. I feel like his placement isn't that
small play.
It isn't that great. So LDZ's been able to punish a lot of it.
With that being said, though, the Raw side sig taking out both of LDZ's stocks, one unarmed, one on the site. And yeah, no, I agree. I think KMK3 is going for very high risk, moderate reward options, whereas LDZ is going for more low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Especially off stage.
No dodge.
Again, with that being said, it's a one-stock game with the two-time on the Zol.
Hey, yes, dice, so I mean...
Okay.
This is also small Brawl Haven. It's one sig away for LDZ.
Gonna need more than that.
And there it is.
All right, now that game's over, can we just talk about how awful that Scythe skin is? Oh my!
Wait, what was it?
It's so bad.
No.
You think it's good?
It looks good. The artist spent time making it.
All right, that's true. I'm just not a fan of it.
There you go.
Fair.
It doesn't fit your taste. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of
what Scythe skin was it? Was it on that?
That's from the the like cyber, like the Mordex skin,
like the retro.
Yeah. With the shades. Oh my.
Dog Days?
No. That's the best skin in the game.
Synthwave.
Synthwave.
There you go.
That's
what
Dude, why doesn't Sparky have a list of all the skins on his laptop?
Really?
That's actually
LDZ
unreal.
busting out.
Oh, he busts out the Diana.
Now
he gets up 2-0 and then he has to try so hard.
Yeah.
This
and KMK3
is a character that we saw.
Also swapping again.
Yeah,
kind of interesting.
Swaps every game.
Considering how close he's gotten it. Oh.
Yeah. Maybe putting fear into LDZ's heart. Gonna pull out the blue Diana.
The one
is this Skyforge?
Yeah,
it's Skyforge. The one thing I've noticed about KMK3 is that even though he's been swapping, he's been keeping it on a spear character. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that he is like a spear main or something, and he's just kind of rotating through different characters.
That's not much of a wild guess. But
LDZ, of course. For some reason, he plays like 8 characters and practices one of them, and then never plays the one that he practices.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
can't argue with the results.
Yeah, LDZ known for his bow edge guards. It's what won him Worlds one time.
Yeah, his edge guards in general have always been very strong.
Yeah.
And we see KMK3 falling to his death. See if he pulls out a raw side sig once again. That seemed to be a kind of trademark of his kit so far, of his playstyle. Oh, that's a dodge punish.
Recovery, yep. Oh my.
Almost catching that one. A wake up dare. You can test the recovery, and LDZ is just feeling the rhythm right now. He's going to attack master 5000. That's when you know. All the way up.
Yeah, LDZ's starting to just really run away with it. I mean, I guess not a big surprise, especially since he's on the Diana.
Yeah, this is more what we expected when we saw the bracket, but the score at the end of the day does not tell the whole story of the set. KMK3 has kept it very respectable, especially given that LDZ on land is a different beast. But now that he's pulling out one of his many mains, it's looking like LDZ's set to win. Already up 2-0.
Yep, full stock ahead. Not to discount KMK3 though.
No, not at all.
That score doesn't really indicate how close it's been.
That's what I just said.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Were you looking at the bracket again?
Yeah. Anyways. Actually,
Why
starting
couldn't
to
you do
bring
that during
back.
our set?
Oh, yep,
Oh,
there it is.
Beautiful edge guard from LDZ.
Oh, wait. That was actually almost...
If he hit that, would he have been able to get back?
I don't think so.
No. But
either way.
If he got hit by the recovery, he could have gotten back.
Yeah.
LDZ taking it 3-0 over KMK3. Maybe changing tags soon. But
yeah.
Switching to us. No replays?
Nope.
Dang.
Okay, actually those shout out production, they were able to
Shout out
swap
production.
between the the little icons at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like the character icons, they swapped to those so clean, like so fast.
I haven't
Crispy.
noticed that.
Shout out Bagel.
Shout out.
Also, shout out
Bagel.
Bagel. Like, we complain, like, 10 a.m. pools. They're always here early. Like, way earlier than we could ever be. Way later than we are.
That's true.
They're the reason why this is all possible. I'm saying nice things about them because they got mad at me last time I was on the mic.
And not to say that their job is harder than ours. By any means, professional players, pretty hard. Especially in a meta
hard.
where Katars are dominant, really,
okay, no,
really
that's fair,
taxes
that's fair.
you.
It's like Gauntlet meta, Bagel, Qatar meta.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
no,
I agree.
Yeah. Anyways, up next, we can see up here.
Jester
Wait.
versus
Up here.
Hyper Hero.
Next,
Oh, that is a
Yep,
friend
Jester versus
kill. That
Hyper
is a
Hero.
team kill.
That is a team kill.
That is a team kill. We've had a lot of team kills. Kind of sad.
I think
There's
it's actually
Hyper
going to be like a Game 5 set, possibly.
I could-
rocking
I
the
could see that.
AirPods. Oh
Ooh.
my.
Flex. And Hyper Hero, I have not seen him on the scene in a while. I don't know if he's been actively playing, but he's here.
He's been in. I've gotten him a couple times in rank. He's had his name changed. His name in rank was like Vagrant or something for a bit. So he's been playing probably for the past week or so, I'd say. Just hopping in
Preparing
rank
for the
new
event.
season. Yeah. So I mean, I played him in twos and like he seems to be, I mean, pretty solid. Like it's not like he's just showing up and just playing
Didn't
whatever.
they get top 12 and 2s? They did.
Yeah, they did.
So, I mean, there's a solid, tangible result to back up your claims.
Right.
Jester, on the other hand, has been on the up and up throughout 2019. Final round, his big upset, he took out Addy Mestic very early on in pools.
Oh yeah.
Then
He beat Blood. at
Actually,
the tournament.
every single event I've commentated in this year, I've commentated Jester. Fun fact.
Jester's super on the come up. He's friends with Sandstorm. Obviously, got to be a buff. Plays friendly twos.
Oh, that's a huge buff.
Yeah.
Friendly too. Oh boy. Sword player. Maybe gonna rock out the Asuri. Because again, guitar meta.
Maybe
he
Hattori.
did lock in the skin, so I'm Oh, that's Hyper
Hattori.
Hero. That's Hyper Hero on the right.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, make sure to tweet out with hashtag BH Esports. We can see right here. It's I can barely see it actually.
Bale of Hay.
Bale of Hay, but with hay spelled out hay. Got some of my favorite people casting. Okay, thank you.
It'd be
Thank you very
better
much.
if French was here. That's what they said. I fully disagree with that.
Yeah,
Dang. Why?
Not to bash on
because
Wrench.
he's playing right now. That's
Oh,
why.
of
because,
course.
Yeah, he'll.
I
Can't
wish
commentate
he
and
could
play.
come cast with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
all of my heart.
there are only 3 microphones, and they barely let us have them. So
Well, he rocking the base Hattori skin,
Which-
shouting out Eggsoup.
Was he playing
that
the
is
defense
definitely
stance?
not what he's
Back?
doing.
Oh,
already.
early with the reads.
On the other hand, Hyper Hero rocking out with the wolf hoodie. I don't know. Maybe because he has a hoodie in the player cam. He's got to make his character match. You got to get the in-game synergy.
That is so
That's
true.
why I drink water.
Wait,
What?
How does that relate to in-game synergy?
Just think about it.
Oh,
Drink
he-
water.
Don't think about it too much. Just
Okay.
think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You know what doesn't make sense? Jester on the Hattori. I thought he would be pulling out the Asuri.
Doesn't he
but-
play Scythe?
I mean,
Mm,
I saw him beat Addy on the Hattori. Maybe that
Oh.
makes a little bit of sense.
that's who he's beaten like
but last time I
everyone
saw him,
on.
he was playing Asuri. He took a Trophius to like last hit, and then I didn't see much more of him.
Yeah. Okay. So at final round he beat Addy in winners, and then he went down to losers and
No,
he beat Blood.
Addy. Oh,
Yeah, he
did?
beat Addy. in
And
winners.
then
Oh, okay.
Dallas he
raw.
beat Tiffany.
On
Oh,
the
right.
come
I
up for
remember
sure.
that.
Yeah.
So- and those are
then-
no small names.
Right.
By any means.
Honestly, like even if he were to lose to Hyper Hero here, there's still a solid chance that like I feel like the one thing you can count on from Jester is that he's gonna like probably knock out someone really good or make the upset, I guess, as a lot of people consider it.
Your mics need to move it closer, I think. Did you turn it off? You really turned it off? Okay, turn it off and turn it back on again. Anyways, battery might be dead, says Toast. Anyways, Jester, 1 minute 30 seconds in, takes the first stock. Given that we haven't seen Hyper Hero in like a year or so, not expecting too much from him, but
Right.
he was a very good player back when he did play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jester,
if
I would
that
say,
didn't
is
drop,
the
that would have
favorite.
killed.
Yeah. Shout out Sword Recovery. No. Homie, for sure. Oh.
Jester's
okay.
starting to run away with it a little bit. I feel like now,
Oh,
okay,
good catch.
now it's not that much of a lead. A couple combos here and there. One good bow read, and it'll be all tied up, I think.
Yeah, Hyper Hero actually, back when he did play, played a lot of bow.
Mhm.
Self-proclaimed bow main. Played Diana, Koji, all of the likes. I don't know if that's a whatever. Anyways, man, Eggsoup sitting next to me having nothing to say is so sad. Anyways,
Went for the egg drop.
wow, just like you said, he's super evening it up. Oh, okay. Delight GCN sig. Edge guard potential.
They both like
Ooh.
they've both just like gone back. I feel like it's so momentum based. It's unreal between them.
Yeah, he's dead.
Unnecessary edge guard.
Sword is a very momentum-based weapon
Mhm.
for sure. Losing control can really make it hard to regain it.
I think Hyper Hero really wants to just stay on bow, honestly. That's what seemed to get him a lot of the damage in second stock, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if he just recycles the sword to have another bow primed.
Yeah.
As we see
Ooh,
here, yeah, that,
he was not dead.
yeah, definitely could have dodged first. I mean, even if he dodged was his
Last, he
last
coulda
option,
made it
he could
back.
have made it back, yeah. I feel like that's a big thing. I see, not a big thing, but I see a couple players do it where they have the habit of just, like, they get hit, they think they're dead,
And then they
and
just
then
die.
yeah, and then they just like they're like, okay, I'm dead, so they just fast fall or just run off the map like Jester did. I feel like it's always important, unless you are absolutely 100% sure you are dead, to make the attempt to get back, because you never know if the person's gonna flub and like go down and try and do something unnecessary,
Yeah.
and then you can get a chase dodge off of them if you hit them.
Anyways, both in the red, final stock. Hyper Hero in the lead right now, weapon-wise. Any signature will do it.
I don't think D-Sig will. On
D-Sig
bow.
will.
You think it will?
Oh,
No, I mean,
it will.
probably will.
Jester struggling to find a
Oh.
weapon, not really attacking on
One more.
One more recovery. Risky GCD light at the bottom. Oh, okay. Barely. Okay, Hyper Hero really fishing at this point. Jester
I don't think
too,
that's
though.
the play. That won't kill even if it hits. At this point, Hyper Hero is just getting unnecessary damage.
Oh,
There
that's
you go.
it. Pretty crazy that Hyper actually takes the first game, considering what. Okay.
All right.
GG. Bye.
Yeah, okay, so right now, swapping. The mic died that Egg had, so now it's just going to be me and Egg on it. So thanks for Boomie for casting with us. What? Oh. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so Hyper Hero Game 1. Back to Mammoth. Oh, Jester switching. Honestly, I don't know if he really should have switched. I mean, he still kept it close. I feel like there's just a couple of things that he could have done better on Hattori. I don't think it was like a character problem necessarily.
I return. I was saying this on the mic, but Boomie took it from me, obviously, so couldn't transmit. I think so. We talked a lot about Jester's upsets, and of all of those players, Addy Mestic, Tiffany, and almost Atrophius, I honestly think Hyper Hero has a better shot of beating Jester than any of those, just for the fact that they're very good friends and they probably play a lot together, which means that Hyper Hero is probably familiar with some of Jester's habits and the other way around.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, of course
they don't really.
Big brain.
Like none of them have the experience against them. That's always so big, just having the prior experience. That's why like cross-region teams tend to do super well. I mean, Fiend and Pugsy got third at CEO, and then you had Cake and Cap get third here, just because there was no experience beforehand that people had on them. So
yeah, it's really interesting playing against a team like that because you have experience typically against one of them, and then the other one just totally messes up your rhythm. But as we're talking about that, Hyper Hero seeming to play this entire game to his own rhythm and keeping it close once again. Again, we talk so much about Jester and all the upsets he's made, but Hyper Hero hasn't played in forever and is winning, or at least keeping it even, which I think is very, very impressive.
Yeah, and he's used to these high-pressure situations before. You know, he's been in top 8 and top 12 for both game modes, so definitely not something, you know, a high-pressure, you know, close game isn't really out of the ordinary for him, so performing under pressure is probably one of his strengths. Jester, I'm not sure if he has he gotten top 8 in once before?
No, I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is because yesterday when he got top 12 in doubles, they were all popping off.
Because he made earnings.
Because he got esports earnings. Yeah. So I don't believe that he's gotten top 8 before. So if he managed to do it at low tier city, that would be a huge accomplishment. But Hyper Hero, on the other hand, catching the dodge saying, you're not making top 8. I'm making top 8. Are you making top 8, Vinny?
We'll see how I'm feeling. I mean, I'm on the Mordex. It'll be interesting. If I'm playing well, I think I have a good shot against Boomie.
Is Jester also on the Mordex, looking for some nice strings, interrupting the side sig. That could have been big, put into an edge guard situation. Looking like he didn't have that many jumps, and a raw down sig. That's like 28 damage or something like that. Hyper Hero is kind of running away with the second stock. The first one was so even, he actually lost it first. And look at that, Jester, last stock.
I wonder how much Jester gets out of like Sandstorm as far as like what he should do in certain situations with the Mordex, because like whenever I talk to Sandstorm about that, like he'll say like, oh, like, you know, like people ask me like, you know, oh, like how many frames is that?
He has no idea.
And he has no idea.
I can't imagine Sandstorm offers too much in terms of advice, and that's not a malice thing.
It's just he just doesn't look into the game that deep,
or at least in that aspect.
Right.
It's very different. Like frame data can teach you a lot, but it can't teach you everything. It can't teach you neutral.
Can't teach you how to win. Oh.
But maybe it can teach you that you can get a double downlight if they don't have dodge.
That's jumpable, guys. You need. Okay, listen, guys. I've seen so many double downlights hitting. Just like certain things in general. Hyper here taking the game. Just so many things in general that are jumpable. You guys have to jump. Like jump it. I mean, you burn your dodge. Yeah. Just learn when to jump. Like that goes for me too. But it's just, we're all awful.
Okay. Look, speak for yourself. Actually, no, I call myself awful too. But Hyper Hero, by no means looking awful. Up 2-0 against Jester. To be honest, I think this would be a big upset. I don't know why I said upset like that. I was like, upset. But I think this would be a big upset.
For not playing in any tournaments prior, and Jester like having the wins and stuff, this would be definitely really, really good to see for Hyper Hero at least.
Yeah, but Jester switching, or no, staying on the Mordex, actually.
I don't really agree with him on Mordex. Maybe he's going to prove me wrong with the Scythe edge guard.
There's something to be said about comfortability.
Another?
Even if you lose the game real early. Oh, Hyper Hero could have lived. So waited a little too long to release that recovery there. But yeah, I think having that confidence in a character, I don't know if Jester is more experienced on the Mordex than he is on the Hattori, but even if you're down, you really don't want to switch if it's something that you're not that familiar with, just for the sake of switching. I think having that character knowledge and having that matchup knowledge and experience is so valuable. And can't really be understated. Jester with a full punish. No, drops the punish. That could have been huge.
Yeah, even with that being said, he still has. Okay, not so much anymore. I mean, if he held that first stock for a little bit longer, then I would have said, yeah, that was a pretty substantial lead. But at this point, again, just like game 1, I think Hyper Hero just needs like one dodge read with Sidelight, and then he's gonna have the full combo.
It seems like Hyper Hero is winning out more in the neutral, and Jester's punishes are a lot bigger. But that being said, though, we got a big punish coming out from Hyper Hero.
He's gonna catch landing.
Oh, down sig? I don't know.
I've noticed that a couple times once Jester starts getting hit around, they'll just tend to throw out like a sig. They just, random sig, just hoping it hits. He did that on Hattori the last stock of the first game, and then now I've seen him do it a couple times with the D sig. Not really any calculation behind it. He just kind of does it.
And maybe it's a sign of, because Hyper Hero is making the little comeback. I mean, and it's even at this point with Hyper Hero actually almost taking the stock. Maybe it's a sign of desperation, like, oh, I've got to get this knockout. And a little bit rushed. Hyper Hero actually takes it. He was down almost a full stock. He was in the deep orange.
Right.
And now he's has a lead, and it's the same exact situation as game 2, which Hyper Hero took with a 2-stock. Barely getting hit on the second one. We'll see if he can do the same thing.
I think if Hyper manages to hold the stock and get a lot of damage here, he'll be, even if Jester's like, say, deep orange or something, I feel like at that point Hyper Hero will feel comfortable enough to where he knows that he only needs 2 or 3 more hits, then he'll get the kill on Jester. That was
the double.
Questionable.
Jester playing a little bit risky off stage. Could have died there. He blew his dodge. If Hyper Hero went for a dare, it would have caught Jester's jump. But Hyper Hero playing it a little bit safe. Just trying to get the guaranteed damage. Not lose this stock quite yet. Scythe can sometimes struggle to kill. It does not have a true combo setup unless we're talking about off stage with the dare into ground pound. But that's a whole nother story. Hyper Hero staying mostly on stage.
I feel like back on the desperation thing, I feel like it's really, really starting to show. Just, he needs a hit. I mean, it really, okay, there you go. The recovery dropping on the side of the stage as well never really feels good. Because that probably would have killed as well, so.
Hyper Hero just seems to play with a lot more confidence than Jester. Jester is, at least to me, it seems like he's afraid to throw out these hitboxes just because he's been punished so much. But Hyper, that's it. That's it.
I don't think recovery.
I don't think any of us would have expected that, honestly. A 3-0, Hyper Hero over Jester. Oh, they hug it out. Good friends.
Yeah.
Teammates. Boys.
Even though it was a 3-0, that was a good set. The Mordex, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's good for him that he tried it out, but I really think he should have just stuck to Hattori.
I mean,
that's me. I guess that's just what I've seen him be, like, people that are like PR'd higher than him. Tiffany, with Addy and Blood is on the Hattori.
Maybe after game 1 he lost all his confidence.
Right.
We can't get in that head of his.
Yeah.
And we can't hear him speak because sad.
Yeah.
But either way, Hyper Hero moving on. Ooh, I get the laptop now. That's kind of hype. Oh, we got some good games. Okay, so the winner of that, which was Hyper Hero, goes on to fight Noel. And we also have slated in the stream queue, I'm not sure if it's quite next, Remy up against LDZ. That'll be a good one. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
It's my teammate against your teammate. Hey. Let's see who ends up taking that one. And switching up on the other pool. Let's see who's in pool F1.
So are they not next, or any idea?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
But
I don't know what we're doing.
As far as LDZ and Remy's concerned, it's weird because I never know how Remy's feeling in ones, and then like LDZ is like, he just walks around with so much confidence. It's not unreal, but
crazy. All right, on the other side, there's so many team kills. On the other side of the bracket, we have Wrenched up against Starlight, and then Wilson up against Low Cap. So those are the big winner semis, matches
Hi,
and
Gobi.
pulls that we'll be watching. Looking like I saw low cap walking up, so maybe that's the one that's
Against
coming up.
Wilson?
Against Wilson. Velocity, repping the...
Dude, honestly,
repping the
all
org.
these sets are looking really, really, really good.
These are all looking high level, and it's to get into the semis, which is top 16. So
They're like the Wrench versus Starlight. Starlight yesterday in twos, I felt like was playing
he's
so
playing
good.
He's playing
So
really
good.
I'm honestly, I'm getting a little bit hot now. I'm gonna have to take this off.
Doesn't want the
I've
hack.
been
getting
so
hot.
cold.
Yeah,
I have been
complaining
so
about the
cold. Got both Magma Bob versus Low Cap and Starlight versus Moist is happening off stream right now. Some high quality matches all around. Those are
Dang.
very close. I think
They
Starlight
must have
against Low
already
Cap-
happened.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not true.
Yeah, because
This
it's
is Low
Wil-
Cap against Wilson. Stevenator coming in with some incorrect information.
Or, I mean, he probably played him beforehand.
Maybe.
It's old
maybe.
tweet
I don't know.
by like 10
Regardless, we see the 2-time sitting down, so maybe he's getting prepared for that match.
minutes. Yeah.
I don't
he's,
want this in camera. This looks unprofessional. I apologize. There we go. Either way, we got the two of us sitting here. What are we doing here? Why are we commentating together?
I mean, you know, just chilling.
Just chilling.
Who's getting up on stage right? Oh, it's Wilson and Caps.
It is
Okay.
Wilson Cow. Okay, that's good to know.
Who do you think?
Wilson.
Wilson?
I think Wilson. What is that? What is that glare? What?
Yeah, I know because I agree.
Okay.
Um,
Fair.
I talked to Wilson about how he feels versus Cap. Cap's one of those people that I feel like against like what is it like when the way he like thinks about the game, the way he approaches it is so weird to me because it's like the guy shows up. I feel like his mental game's super strong, but then
He's always smiling.
yeah, but then
He's got the.
then the games that like the weapons that he thinks are stupid, like that really messes with him. Like
What do you mean stupid?
Like okay, guitars right now. Like
Okay.
like I'm losing to
Wilson
guitars.
Qatar main.
Right, and so it's
That's a.
Wilson has a pretty good history with them, and that
I
might
see.
play into part of it because Cap just feels like oh I'm losing because you know X weapon is stupid.
That's
so,
fair.
but if he's playing well, and I think that won't really bother him too much.
Regardless of whether or not Cap wins, he's in top 5 of Tekken, so he's
That's pretty
chilling
cool.
either way. Regardless, Capped, if you are unaware, a Bodvar main, true and true. No, that's not it. What is it? Tried and true? Tried and true.
Yeah.
Purple Bodvar. Got the purple jersey. Got the purple Jordans, courtesy of Moises.
Does he
Can't see
actually?
him. He actually
Oh, I
does.
didn't even notice
He
that.
matches his jersey. And Wilson on the Linfei. Is he running 9 decks? He is running 9 decks. Linfei, definitely one of the strongest characters in the game right now. Got that dare into sidelight, into neutral light or downlight true combo. And we saw a lot of that in the Sandstorm set. If you can catch one dodge, you extend that string forever. So,
Right. So
looking
I'm-
for those.
So right here, button check.
At the same time, though, Wilson's not really known for his punish game. He's more known for his just brutal neutral. He just whittles you down.
Yeah, I mean the guy just doesn't like leave the ground at all.
No.
Yeah, he
his
sticks to it
ground
like
game's
glue.
insane. So we'll see if Lil Cap with his kind of weird, baity, spot dodgy play style up against Wilson with the unrelenting neutral, who's gonna take it out? We're both thinking Wilson, but if Lil Cap can pull this off, I would say that would be a big upset. Wilson has gotten top 3 final round, top 4 I want to say at CEO, maybe.
Yeah, top 5 for sure.
Top five for sure. So no stranger to these high placing lands. Rocking out with a cannon. I haven't seen much of his cannon.
Neither have I think this.
And he throws it away.
He's played it one other time, and that was versus me in an online tournament. So I don't remember what tournament it was, but it was before the guitar buff as well. So I'm assuming his Lin play's only gotten better. I know he was trying to keep it on the down low. So because I remember asking him to if you want to do some customs, to prep for the tournament. And he's like, nah. Like if we meet in bracket, then I don't want it because I'm trying to keep my Lin Fei, a little secret. So
yeah, Wilson is kind of a sandbag lord. If you see him in ranked,
that's so true.
yeah, no, if you see him in ranked, he's
Yeah.
probably playing Isaiah or something like that. He always pulls out some goofy characters, and he also pulls out these stacked neutral sigs, taking out low cap pretty early, given that Lin Fei doesn't have the.
I have a feeling that he meant
That
to do
was a
gravity
ground
cancel.
pound. I think that was a ground pound.
Yeah, you're
I'm
probably
pretty
right.
sure it was ground
Yeah,
pound.
that's what Cap
That's
usually goes
optimal
for.
damage as well.
That's true.
And Wilson not with a big punish either. Gonna hit him twice and then just left.
And here we're seeing the Qatar down lights.
Yeah, it's very brutal. Qatars, they've got that side light with the incredible dash range. I mean, that dash boost is just actually insane. And then so you jump. You're like, I don't want to get hit by that. And then you get hit by down light. Lil Capped, on the other hand, saying, I'm not getting hit by anything. Land in the recovery.
Yeah, that's definitely one of Wilson's biggest strengths, is just catching people who jump after and just like stay floating in the air, like trying to land around him because they think they're going to do something above him. But I mean, he knows he's played guitars since like the beginning of the game.
I've never seen him not compete with guitars. So yeah, I think what's really going to be interesting about this set is Lil Cap's hammer against Wilson's guitars, because Wilson has stated that he thinks hammer destroys guitars in that one-on-one matchup. So we'll see if Lil Cap can kind of abuse that, maybe get in Wilson's head a little bit. On the other hand, we'll see if Wilson can get some of those incredible strings. Some of those stacked N-Sig. Silent into N-Sig is a great setup on Lin Fei that covers like 7 dodges. Can't jump out of it. Apparently Lil Cap can't jump either. So
okay.
Just follow.
Even with that, I mean,
he's evened it up.
Yeah,
he lost his stock so early, and this is 1 sig away from being a completely even game. Okay, 1 sig and 3 down lights. I take it back. Wilson, Wilson's an enigma to me. He's got one of the best neutrals in the entire game of Brawlhalla, and he's got the weapon with some of the best punishes in the entirety of Brawlhalla, but then he just does 3 down lights in a row. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, and Wilson don't. Okay.
Lil Cap almost saved him. He almost gave him the jump.
Cap's off
That was a bit scary.
So
it's wacky. It is wacky for sure.
And with that being said, though, I mean, Wilson, like both of them, I feel like are just so much more known for their neutral. Yeah. Like, neither of them are offstage players at all, so I feel like we're going to see a lot of that. And that spike, that's definitely, that's it. Even without the weapon throw, he would have been gone.
The number of downlines that Wilson landed, so Lil Cap was definitely not wanting to dodge. It was terrified of the dodge button because he knows what happens if Wilson gets the read.
For sure.
But at a certain point, when you're getting downlighted 8 times
you got to come up with something else.
You got to jump. You got to, instead of fast falling, maybe you dodge, maybe you GC wake up. We'll see if he pulls that out. The weapon throw.
Use so many options. Do something different.
But he was just fast falling, trying to get out of it, and hoping that Wilson wouldn't go for another downlight. And Wilson, if it works, it ain't broke.
That's true. And Blackguard.
Okay, I take it back. Qatar downlight definitely broken, but that's another.
Yeah.
It is broke.
Yeah. Actually, Blackguard keep though. I've talked to Boomie, and he says this is like the best map for Qatars apparently. Something about the platforms, I don't remember exactly, but I feel like with that being said, like even I don't think maps really determine that much. Like give weapons that much of an advantage.
Oh, Wilson or Capped, excuse me, with another SD. That's really important there. I could see that. I think. Well, okay. The stage itself of Blackguard is very small, despite the kill boxes being pretty wide.
Yeah.
And that gives Qatar sidelight a lot of options. And then you can also kill pretty early. Oh, Lil Cap with the taunt? I have not seen that. Like, ever.
I've never seen that taunt.
Maybe it was a missing. There's no way it was a missing, but he held it.
No, for sure.
He held it.
For sure. This is where Cap gets 0 to death.
Tons to get body, just instant. Yeah. Although I'm not sure if Wilson is familiar with the canon 0 to deaths, because again, he is a Qatar fiend, not necessarily.
I think if Wilson feels like Lin Fei isn't doing it, he's gonna pull out Ragnar.
You think Ragnar? I was thinking Sentinel.
No.
He might not want to hammer Ditto.
No, he
also, Axe
won't.
does very well against hammer.
Yeah,
so.
He's definitely going to do Ragnar.
But looking like he hasn't had, like he's not going to have to, based on how this set's been going. Lil Cap dodging out of the neutral light, finally. But he's already down a game. Ooh. He's down an SD. He's up a taunt. But fighting to stay alive. That being said,
that first recovery that Cap hit actually probably could have led into an edge guard on Wilson, but
as we said, like Lil Cap's off stage and Wilson's off stage are both. I would say the weakest part of both their gameplay. I think their neutral is very, very good.
Yeah,
but their off stage leaves a little to be.
This would be a set like where. Oh, nice! Nair into Sair.
Just reading the movement
off that side platform. If that was from the main stage, that would have actually killed for sure. So that was definitely in Cap's favor that he hit that there. But yeah, I feel like something that's definitely going to help each one of them is the offstage. Whoever can play better, I think will have a better shot.
Yeah, I think some of the things that allow people to take sets off of Wilson or take sets off of Cap is their defense. Because I think the neutral, I mean, as we've stated this whole time, this is kind of a battle of two neutral-heavy players. And I think their defense is what loses them sets. I mean, as we saw with Lowcap, he got hit by those 4 downlines in a row. So, and Wilson typically dodges inward when he's hit off stage. A lot of people just ground pound immediately, take advantage of that. You see the dodge in right there. Lowcap pulling the trigger a little early. Wilson coming in with the true combos, looking for a neutral sig read. But he's just whittled down Lowcap, as we said about his playstyle.
Does one more of those kill?
I think one more of those kills.
It might. He's got to play it kind of safe here.
No, not
oh,
that.
right here.
That
If he gets another Sair. And right there, I mean,
yeah.
the edge guard, that would have been definitely it. That was questionable.
Oh, so he bounced off the platform, actually lived because of that. Wilson not contesting at all, just getting the weapon, getting the guitars once again. And Lowcap actually very close. If he lands
Wilson
in there,
should avoid that platform at all
there
costs.
it is. Reading the movement. That one was a lot closer.
Right.
Like, a lot closer. Even though capped SD'd immediately,
again.
He brought it back. Wilson smiling at the camera. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows we're talking about it. Because we have to.
That's true.
We're on the couch.
I think if Wilson would have kept playing the offstage, or not offstage game, but the platform game there, I think Captain might have been able to hit his hair because it was definitely looking like it was set up for that. But now we're back on Shipwreck, so no platforms like Blackguard.
And no super early kills either, unless they get one of those very, very early edge guards because, of course, the wall is very short. But I can't imagine that's going to happen too much. You see, Lowcap goes for it, but Wilson just goes around. And Lowcap,
oh,
no, he wall touch. He's good. And a lot of offstage play, a lot of offstage whiffs as well. Wilson built up the damage, though.
Wow, he didn't expect that to hit.
Yeah, no, he didn't. No follow-up.
The classic capped.
Yeah, that is the classic.
Delight
Finally dodging out, but he got his landing red, and he got his dodge out red as well. And that was a fantastic kill from Wilson.
That was actually really good.
Yeah,
really
so Lowcat was very scared to land there. So he dodged and then canceled his dodge with a jump, and then right when he landed, he dodged again. A fear from the quad down right.
Was that all true?
That was all true right there. And that's why he's rocking a 9 in dead stance. That should be it, though.
No, he has that. Yeah.
Wilson making it back. Lowcap not going for any edge guard. Just putting himself out there, maybe trying to threaten space.
There you go.
That was fantastic spacing from Lowcap.
He's really, I mean, like his sword's solid overall, but I think his hammer. Like,
he's known for his hammer.
Yeah,
for sure.
he just. He's so good at just knowing what option to use and when.
He's used so many bears. I don't think a single one of them has hit yet. But, I mean,
yeah,
if that's what he wants to do, then that's what he wants to do.
Right. He gets a little greedy with those sometimes. I mean, it's one of those reads he has, or that person has, where it's like, okay, yeah, he does a side light, they dodge in, he'll hit the bear, but all you have to do is not dodge in, and then it's fine. And then at that point, he's got to recognize that, oh, it's not working. They're not dodging in.
Oh, Wilson dodging into that. If that was a bear, maybe that would have killed. The Lowcap retreating, getting some center stage control, throwing away his weapon. That is unfortunate, but gets the Sair, gets the stomp Sair, and gets the lead. I think for the first time in the set. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, don't correct me. I'm never wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Never wrong. That's not true. That's definitely not true. Caught the dodge. Going for some movement-based reads, not going for the immediate
I feel like Cap's
follow-up.
starting to feel himself a little bit with
Yeah,
the
he's
sword.
starting to get his game plan. I see him throw his weapon so much. Dodging out of that one for the first time in the set, I believe.
He knows that if he jumps over, Wilson's probably going to delight. There's a sig. And there you go.
There it is. Just as you said. Jumps over Wilson, goes for the sig. Now, this is kind of Lowcap's game to lose. He's been in control the whole time. He's stopped getting hit by the
just
huge
about
strings,
even.
but
yeah, now
Wilson
he's
saying
losing. Oh, Nair, 22 damage. I'm pretty sure, maybe a little more since defense is that.
Oh, a
that's
big
it.
ground pound, and that's what we're talking about. The walls of Shipwreck. Lowcap with another taunt. I don't know. It's because is he close with Wilson? Is he good buds?
I mean, yeah.
I can imagine.
They're friends.
They're in the Discord.
There's no
server together.
malice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any malice in his taunts. I honestly think it's probably to get his own head in the game.
Yeah.
If I were to guess anything.
I mean, after 2 SDs in separate games,
Maybe you need that,
you need some to get you back on your feet, maybe.
Think about it like this: Cap does an SD, he wins the game.
That's true.
It's as simple as that. I mean, obviously not. There's a gajillion decisions in every single game, but we're just gonna say it's like that because we don't know what we're talking about.
So one
1-2.
thing I noticed last time that Wilson was doing that Capt was getting hit by was those like D-Sig edge guards. I think Shipwreck's Wilson's best stage to be on, just because like the wall is so small, so he doesn't really have to do too many edge guards, and he can just rely on like a Sig that'll shoot down there to do all the work for him.
It's also such a huge stage. He has so much space to move around. It's pretty much all neutral, no platforms. And that's Wilson's game, is all neutral. Thing is, that's also Cap's game. So, makes sense. Both of them would go to this map. It's the third time in the set.
Yeah, it's just going to come down to who does neutral better, and that was actually so close.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it would have killed, but if that was going to be an edge guard situation where I think Cap would have had it.
Wilson missing the true combo. Going for a little bit of an early Sig. Maybe a little bit desperate after missing that, but Lil Cap going for an uncharacteristic down lane. I don't see him do that very much.
Oh, nice.
Reading the high recovery.
Wilson
Wilson just has dodge, and Wilson loves to go right up next to the wall and then dodge in. And that's probably what he was planning. It looked like he was fast falling there to dodge in, and then Lil Cap just pulled the trigger early. Unafraid of Wilson dodging in.
Sometimes you just got to let her rip.
Yeah, it's true.
And
true.
at this
Can't deny
point,
facts.
Cat back on the hammer. I think this is probably best for him. I mean, he's definitely starting to get a rhythm with it.
Oh,
Side light.
that's for sure.
Wow.
But he keeps throwing away his weapon. I
that's
don't know.
that's something that he has almost like a problem with, is that he doesn't go for the edge guards much, but instead he'll just throw the weapon because there's no risk behind it usually. But then it happens where there's a point where it's like, okay, you're gonna have a guarantee, just ground pound or something, It's like it's just so free, and then he doesn't get it because he doesn't have the weapon to do it for him.
He does it a lot in neutral too, and sometimes he loses his weapon for an extended amount of time. And against Katars, I think Katars is the best weapon in the game against unarmed. So a little bit strange. A little bit strange. I mean, he does it again. Throws weapon here.
No.
Goes for the rising there. Reading Wilson's high recovery. Maybe Wilson thought, okay, I got hit by that Sarah last time. Maybe I'll jump above.
I think this is the most dominant we've seen anyone have a lead in this set.
Yeah. Again,
Up
Lil
a
Cap doesn't
whole
have
stock.
speed. He gets the lead. And he's slated to take this to a game 5 unless Wilson pulls out something crazy here. If the things go how they've been going. But Wilson with stage control. And Todd dashes off stage right as I say that. Okay.
Wilson, the one move I think you can associate Wilson with on Katars is neutral light.
Neutral light.
By far.
Oh, going for a side Sig. I don't think that would have even killed because it would have hit to the left, and that Sig is very weak. So maybe a misplay, maybe tried to go for an end Sig. But either way, Wilson has barely gotten hit on this last stock and brought Lil Cap all the way into the deep red to the point where any Sig should kill at this point. The Nair sending that far. Lil Cap fighting for his life, fighting to get back on stage. Wilson throwing away the cannon as an edge guard. Yeah, I have not seen much cannon at all from him. 100% in the Katars.
Actually, like zero cannon. I
feel like every time he's picked it up, he's gotten hit pretty bad. Going a little bit early.
Capt is just racking up damage so slow, but he's just holding the stock for so long. There you go.
Going for a taunt again.
I wonder if Wilson's going to switch.
He might. Yeah, he's switching to the Ragnar, as you called it. I heard him say that he likes deck stance, but going for
Do you know why that is?
I don't. I would not go for Dex, personally.
I would go speed. I feel like aside from Dex, you can play like any stance on Ragnar.
His stats are great. Very well-rounded character.
It's just like Bodvar, honestly.
It's like Bodvar, but a dragon.
Exactly.
We got Bodvar the bear against Bodvar the dragon. Lil Cap against Wilson. Game 5. We've seen quite a lot of Game 5s today.
He's back on the signature Ragnar. What's that skin called? That's from
it's like what's the event? Luck of the Brawl.
Yeah.
Low capped on the classic Bodvar truck. He doesn't have his trucker hat today. He had it yesterday. Yeah, he has the hat that his skin has. And he has the same color. Truly in the game. He doesn't have the beard yet, though. He's grown it out. Wilson has the lead. Doesn't need a beard. It's the first time we've seen his axe in the set, and maybe Lil Cap is getting a little bit shocked by, a little bit surprised, because he hasn't been able to find an answer to it whatsoever. Gets a couple Sares. Yeah, does not want to go the hammer into the axe. As we said, that's a little bit of a tough matchup. Axe got the angles to deal with it.
Yeah, honestly, before, like, Wilson, you mentioned it last game that he wasn't really playing any canon at all. It was just all Katars. But now that Wilson's on Ragnar,
he
has 2 weapons now. Before, he was just playing with 1.
He's a full character now.
Yeah.
But he does lose that dare side light down light true combo, which, honestly, I didn't see that much of. So I don't think it's a big deal. He doesn't use dare that much.
One more.
Right as I say that, he dares. But then again, commentators curse. So, I mean, that's just how things go, unfortunately. Wilson with a bit of a lead, going for that side light. Low cap unable to find the kill.
I just feel like Cap's fishing so hard right now.
Shipwreck with a giant ceiling. The dare can't take him out, despite the recent buff.
This is giving me game 1 vibes, where Wilson's just in full control with Katars for the most part.
Yeah.
He did use Axe at the first stock, but now it's just.
That's not going to kill
Wow.
either. Didn't go for neutral. So we saw Cap make a little face in the player cam. And Cap is 100% playing to Wilson's rhythm. Finally gets the downline stare. But look at his health. Look at his health. He needs to have a red health bar in real life too. Match the character. That almost going to take out one of those by the edge. Will definitely do it at this point. That's what Wilson was looking for.
Oh.
And Cap needs to find his own rhythm, because what I saw was every time Wilson whiffed, Cap immediately went for a hammer nair or hammer sair. The thing is, Katars have not. Oh, what was that angle? What was that? Look at it. Look at Cap. Cap even said, "What was that angle?" He looked at the camera.
And this is what I was saying before the set, where when something stupid hits him, it's kind of like, oh my gosh.
It's really interesting. Okay, I lost my train of thought. I was saying he's playing to Wilson's rhythm. Because Katars, when they whiff, they don't have that many recovery frames. And Hammer, as we know, has a lot of startup frames. So even though he caught Wilson whiffing, he was not able to punish. But he kept trying, and that's why Wilson got all the damage. That's why he keeps getting the damage. And that's why it looks like he's going to take this set game 5 if Cap can't find an answer.
I think Cap just needs to stay away from the edge.
I think he needs to stay away from going unarmed all the time.
1 D-Light combo is definitely going to do it for Wilson. I just want to see Cap edge guard Wilson one time.
We want to see the best gameplay possible.
Yeah, and that should do it.
Last stock game 5, I mean, can't ask for much more.
I mean, Cap has nerves of steel, honestly, when it comes to this
Cap's
stuff.
mental game is insane. Yeah, I've never seen him upset after a loss. Actually, never. Wilson, on the other hand, or not on the other hand, Wilson also, he's got nerves of steel. We've seen him in these game 5 scenarios so much. We've seen him go toe-to-toe with the best of the best. And Lil Cap's just another name on his list. I'm expecting a side sig or something like that from
You think
Wilson.
neutral light kills him?
I think neutral light kills him, yeah, in that position.
My.
Wilson maybe looking for an end sig.
He went
there
for
it
an
is.
end-sig,
Yeah, called it right away. Ooh. That's why they put me on the couch.
And that's going to do
That falling stare, that'll do it. Wilson, a mini fist bump, knows it was close. Low capped. Still in winners, top 8 of Tekken, so.
Yeah.
Still in winners, technically.
And still in the bracket.
Still in the
Can still
bracket.
make it through losers.
The
I wouldn't be
bracket.
surprised
Let's
if he
see.
did.
I got the technology. I can see who he's up against next. Low capped. This is match T. Loser of T fights the winner of Moises and T Titan.
Okay.
Moises, a good friend of Cap's. So that would be unfortunate if Moises takes that out and has to take out one of his boys. But Wilson moving on to top 16 winners.
Are we going to see LDZ and Remy now?
Let's see. LDZ, is he up on stage? Looks like he's up on stage. Is that LDZ?
I know LDZ's in the
No, that's
he's in the
Hyper
chair.
Hero. LDZ in the chair. Wilson.
Oh, it's Noel and
Oh,
Hyper Hero. Okay.
That
Honestly,
that is an interesting match. I think it'll be a Koji Ditto.
probably. I can't see Hyper Hero playing anyone else.
I'm on Sparky's computer. What should I do?
I don't know.
What do you want? You want me to log
I'm
on
on
Twitter?
Oh. Wait,
he
yeah.
here?
Log in.
Okay, twitter.com. I will not do that because that is immoral.
It was his idea, not mine.
Noel on stage, a champion. He's got the new Spiff hoodie. He was talking about that yesterday. Got it custom made with 3 sword characters. He plays sword in
really?
Ultimate and he plays sword in the good old BH.
I didn't even recognize that.
So that's why I'm here. I've got the eyes.
Huh. What are those? What are the 3 swords?
I think one of them's Roy, Crom, and Meta Knight. That's my guess.
Okay.
I actually don't know. That expression, maybe something went wrong on the screen that we couldn't see. Maybe he was laughing at me. Sparky walking by. I did not log onto his Twitter. It's good I didn't. He
Oh,
would've
it's
saw
not.
it.
I just realized it's not going to be a Koji Ditto. It's probably going to be a Suri versus
Oh,
Koji.
that is true.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that matchup? Guitars into Bo.
So okay, I don't
Break
know.
it down.
I honestly don't know. I feel like it's just gonna be. Is Hyper Hero gonna be able? It's kind of like. Noel gives me like Wilson vibes almost with guitars.
I was about to say that. I think Noel is like Wilson, but if Wilson went for deep edge guards.
Yeah.
But I think Noel's neutral is a lot different from Wilson. He goes for a lot of aerial baits, and Wilson goes for a lot of ground, like just
controlling it.
Yeah, ground control and stage control. Wilson, one of the trademarks of his play. I've been saying that a lot. I need a new term. Copyrights of his play. No, that doesn't work. When you're on the lip of the stage, when he's edge guarding you with sword, and you're on the wall, he's so good at catching your recovery. He goes for neutral light baits, catches you with the downline when you try to punish. He reads your dodge in movement, backs up. He reads your dare movement, backs up, hits you with the downline stare, and just keeps you on the ledge forever. And what's so good about that is not only does he get hits, but he gets to play his game. He gets to get his head into the moment, head in the game. Gets to play his style, and you're at his will. You're at his rhythm.
Yeah, and Noel's someone who definitely benefits from best of 5, so I'm curious to see,
100%.
like, as the set progresses, even if Hyper Hero were to go up 2-0, Noel has, like, it might as well be 0-0. Like, Noel has such a good shot, so...
Didn't he reverse 3-0 you?
Yeah, no, he did it to me.
That's why you bring it up. I see. Oh,
right here,
that's
and
it.
there it is.
That's death. And you see right away the difference between Noel and Wilson. Right away. Noel with an early lead, commanding, picking up the guitars, preferring those, probably because Hyper Hero's going unarmed, maybe doesn't want to do the sword ditto. He actually said, now this is actually kind of interesting to me, is that he sometimes struggles in the sword ditto, because Noel I think has one of, if not the strongest sword in North America, or at least one of the most experienced for sure.
Yeah.
And sometimes when he's playing against another sword player, because he doesn't get that much sword ditto experience at his level, because there's not a lot of sword at his level, he can be tripped up a lot by some weird options that people pick. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, the only other person that plays probably that much sword at that level is Remy, and they don't really. I mean, Remy doesn't really practice that much. So.
Oh, the down stick. That's not only is that a lot of damage, that's a lot of force on a low strength character. It does have a bunch of active frames, so it is punishable. But Noel, catching it out, no punishment. Here's what we're talking about: the ledge guarding, reading Hyper Hero's movement, going for a deep edge guard. No ledge guarding once again. Missed the timing on that, but
that should do it.
Just keeping Hyper Hero in the corner, and being in the corner, especially on Shipwreck, is so scary. That wall is so small. You got no room. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go up, or are you gonna go around? But because it has all those pillars, going around, not great.
I was really thinking that Noel was gonna get a big string off that, off the
Playing it a
D-sig.
little bit safe. He's got the lead. He can afford to chip a little bit. Whatever he gets on this third stock just puts so much pressure on Hyper Hero, because then Hyper Hero has to think like, oh no, if I finally take this, he's got 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation where like I just can't see Noel really blowing the lead he has. It would take a lot.
Taking it out finally. Noel got 2 fresh stocks against Hyper Hero's kill percent stock. Down the recovery won't do it. Shipwreck, big ceiling on recovery, not the most force after change, but that's it. Hyper Hero gone. Noel with the JV. And look at the damage difference. Like you saw, Noel 208 damage on his first stock. That is survivability right there. And Hyper Hero died really early on his first, got edge guarded on his second and third, and has got to find something, because looked like Noel was just outplaying him the whole time.
Yeah, it's definitely the experience is definitely not on Hyper Hero's side. Noel's
especially
played
since he's
literally
been taking
everything.
a break.
Right.
It's like, as much as Hyper Hero has not been playing, Noel's been on the grind.
Always.
Always on the grind. Noel, if you're looking to a player, if you're looking to improve, look at Noel. Like, he streams a lot. He streams his practice regimen. He has some videos on how he got better. Noel's the type of player that will work as hard as he possibly can to get as efficient, to get as good, and to prepare himself the best for every single tournament. And it's so, like, you cannot deny the work ethic that he has. Oh, did you see that weapon throw? Was that a bait? That was so sick.
If it was, that was, oh my
god.
god.
I thought he was gone. Maybe Hyper Hero did too, because he's looking unhealthy. Had no jumps. Maybe I thought he had a recovery. Maybe Hyper Hero did.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
did I.
But Noel scouting it out, forcing him to go a little low.
We were talking about like how Capt and Wilson just both have such a strong mental game. I mean, that's something Noel as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Hyper Hero was playing confident against Jester, but Noel, when it comes to, like, mentally staying in it,
he's got the head of a champion.
Yeah.
And he is a multiple-time champion at these LAN events. And Hyper Hero, again, as we've been mentioning.
Edgeguard?
The last event I think he was at was BCX 2017?
18.
18 he was there?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
I wasn't there, so
Yeah.
I was, you know, I don't have the knowledge. That's why you're here.
Exactly.
But that was, what month is it? July? That was 8 months ago. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time to take a break. And Noel has got a lot of time to take this game as he has 2 stocks to his name. Very
not even
similar
2 minutes
situation.
in.
Yeah, not even 2 minutes in. Noel is a player that's not afraid to slow down the game if he thinks that'll benefit him. But it's been going fast and it's been going in his favor, so no reason to slow it down.
I'll be honest, I'm very surprised that Noel isn't hitting these edge guards. Like, I see Hyper Hero doing these bow ground pounds just right past Noel and whatnot, and Noel's either doing like a Sair on Qatar's late, or he's just not really doing it at all. It's just one of those things, like, he doesn't necessarily need it because he knows he can just get back on stage and get the damage, but also it's like, I mean, you got the lead, you're not really at a risk. Just to throw out the move, I mean, get the hit and then retreat back if you're, you know, kind of concerned about potentially having your stock get gimped.
You say that, but we're talking about risks in Noel. Noel is a very low-risk player.
That is true.
So
aside from when he has
I don't think, yeah, that's true. I don't think it's very uncharacteristic. Another 2-stock from Noel. Looking to clean this up.
Except closer.
A lot closer.
Yeah, that stock. I wonder if we're going to see it get down to the last stock.
Waving high to Wilson. Probably supporting his boy, Noel and Wilson. 2 very close players.
Homies.
Homies for sure. Noel's got a lot of home team advantage very often. He lives in Atlanta, and he obviously the big events in Brawlhalla are in Atlanta. Worlds is in Atlanta.
Hyper Hero.
So he's used to playing at these LAN events. He's got a lot of experience.
Made the Diana switch. Actually,
this
one
is
of the other
legend
characters.
that I know him for.
Yeah.
This is what I.
Still on the bow though. I'm curious to see if he's going to focus on that mainly.
Yeah, I mean, losing out in the Sword Ditto kind of makes sense to switch that one out. And he's doing fairly well in the beginning of the last match with bow. But Noel making his landing as hard as possible. That is another characteristic of Noel's play. Not letting you land. Reading your movement as you approach forward. Going for a third Sair.
Oh, recovery gone.
And
nope.
even though Noel missed that edge guard, he kept Hyper Hero in the corner. Got 1 extra Sair. It's a little more damage. Hyper Hero on the bow. Got a bit of an advantage. These ground pounds have not been helping him. That's it. That's the stock.
I mean, it's been the same theme every single game. Like, it's even until they just both go off stage, and then Noel gets that 1 hit he needs to set up for the guaranteed KO.
He's netted so much off of downlines this entire set. You see that Hyper Hero, almost every time he gets hit by an initial Qatar move, immediately dodges. And that, to Noel, just signifies, okay, I never have to be wary. I never have to worry. I never have to be wary. I don't know what I'm saying. Of the wake-up option. You see Hyper Hero dodges every single time.
Yeah.
So he's safe to go for these dodge reads, and he's gotten so much damage off of that.
I feel like that just screams, like, inexperience against this sort of Qatars.
Yeah. Because Noel's going for the read every single time. Oh, that was so smart. He knew the weapon would hit, so he went for Dare instead of Sair. Getting the kill once again. This is looking like game
minute
1.
30 in. Noel up 3-1 in stocks. However, I mean, there's a couple options that'll do it for Hyper Hero, but even then, that's still a very
if you can land one of those reversals, maybe. Oh, it was definitely intentional.
Yeah,
he keeps doing it. That's so cool. I've never seen him do that. Noel's also the kind of player that. So Sword, people would say. Now I'm not so sure if I agree with it, but it's pretty optimized because people have been playing Sword since the game has been out. But Noel is a player that is always looking to innovate.
Yeah, when
he's been going for some combos.
When weapon throw combos were pretty big on Sword, like he was definitely one of the first people and probably one of the most prominent people to be doing them.
If that was just a little
that was
bit
off
closer,
stage, out of in game.
Yeah, that was it. He's always looking to incorporate new things into his play.
Yeah,
Hyper Hero
definitely labs a lot more than I think most people. Probably the most in the game almost.
Maybe, yeah. I would say Sandstorm is also probably up there. But Noel has got the hours.
Right.
For sure. And the experience. And he's been in this situation so many times that even if he goes down in this stock, he already knows his game plan. 100%. Look for the downlight combo. Keep him on the edge. Hopefully don't get disarmed.
Yeah, Hyper here at this point. I mean,
he's going for such high risk
there
off
it
stage.
is.
Oh,
I was
in
gonna
the
say
dead zone.
anything's gonna do it there, and of course finishes off with the breakdance, the D-Sig.
That was a triple 2-stock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Noel just shutting Hyper Hero down. That happens a lot. When Noel plays against someone and he's in the zone, he's got the experience. Look at us with our legs up. We're in sync. We got the synergy. Wilson's saying hello. Here's a mic if you want. This is
a water bottle. The mic's dead anyway. Why do you keep offering it?
I'm going to take a sip. That's what I meant to do the whole time.
This guy's a clown. Ooh. Okay, so Remy and LDZ next.
We hear Creed screaming in the audience for Remy. Creed hates LDZ. Creed hates him. So, of course, cheering for Remy to take him out. I hear Sparky as well. We got...
Well, am I not surprised? I always feel like that. Like whoever Creed's cheering for, just Sparky goes the opposite.
No, I think Sparky's just a really big fan of LDZ and has always been, and hates Remy. Because of course, actually, no, that's not true. Yesterday he was cheering so hard for Remy. Either way, I think Creed's opinion doesn't matter. So let's go LDZ. What do you have to say about that? Honestly, okay. I don't know if actually they put us on the mic, so we can do something interesting here because Remy's your teammate, LDZ's my teammate.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be honest, full bias, 100% bias. Everything that LDZ does well, everything that Remy does bad. Remy sucks.
I didn't understand that at all.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I
didn't either.
The claps, you kind of lost me.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna root for LDZ.
Okay.
You can root for Remy if you want. You can be a bad teammate and not root for Remy. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, I want to see Remy do well, but it's just weird because I never know how he's gonna do in ones, because the guy just doesn't play the game as far as ones is concerned.
We're talking about. Hey. Remy doesn't play the game. LDZ doesn't play the game.
Wait, okay, that's true.
We got magic. We got magic right here. Who knows what's gonna happen?
It's just weird because
I do. LDZ's gonna win.
I mean, I talked to LDZ and LDZ's like he's like, oh yeah, like I think he's always has that confident
He's got
attitude.
the confidence.
Yeah, he always has
that. If I
that.
asked him right now, who's winning BCX?
Me.
No, he's trolling a little bit. He knows he's trolling a little bit, but at the same time, a part of him is completely 100% serious. Remy on Thor, because obviously it's his
signature
main character,
pick,
his best character.
I wouldn't let him play it in twos.
I guarantee you he's picking Thor in character select because he knows you're on commentary.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah, this guy's a clown.
Both of these rocking the earbuds. Remy, you always see him with earbuds in his ears. LDZ, you always see him with earbuds in his ears.
Yeah.
So it's no surprise.
I always listen to their jams. Oh my
gosh.
the
jacket comes
Wait, is that a different tank top? No, that's the
He's
same
shaking his head. This is bad. I feel like I'm just going to distract LDZ. I shouldn't be put on commentary when LDZ plays. I'm going to distract him.
He went from LDZ to LDC.
I don't get it.
Chad. Haha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were making a low tier city joke like LTC. Shout out to Low Tier City 7 hosting us at this wonderful event.
Wait, Remy's actually crazy on it. Remy, summers you play it.
You guys have played Thor. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, I don't want to play in Thor.
LDZ is a character fiend. He plays like 12 of them. We saw him on the Zol and pools earlier. Vrax,
what are his like main picks right now? Vrax,
Diana, Vrax, Dusk,
Nimue.
Nimue. Yeah, Nimue, not Dusk. Apologies. Make sure to buy Nimue in Mahala. If you want to look like LDZ, head to the Mahala. Buy Nimue. I don't think he actually has it at home. The reason why he picked it at CO is because he doesn't own the skin.
Isn't it also like? Didn't he say just like the skin doesn't get used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
LDZ's a hipster.
Trendsetter.
He plays stuff that isn't used by other people, or he plays skins that aren't used by other people. We'll see what Remy. I feel like the character.
Remy's just gonna go to Koji.
Up in the air. You sure?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He wants to lose.
Looks like you know your teammate very well, and of course I know LDZ picking the Vrax.
I mean, like I know Remy has the Yumiko. Like I mean, he played Bodvar yesterday as well, and he's played Yumiko before. But like, I don't know. When he does get on the game, I only see him playing Koji. So him playing Yumiko isn't a surprise, but it's also like I guess unexpected.
Remy is higher seed, so he doesn't have to walk in first. He could counter pick if he wants, but looking like he's just rocking it out. No matter what LDZ was going to pick, he was going to play Yumiko.
I mean, I'm kind of excited to see Yumiko being played.
Yeah, we don't really see any Yumiko. Like,
not
any
at all.
At the same time, we don't see too much Rax, but LDZ pulling it out. We saw him take out Cody with the Rax. We hear Creed in the crowd. I will never acknowledge Creed again, so that was the last time. And LDZ, with his signature blasters, he's been playing this for years. Usually, he plays Diana, who also has blasters. So.
LDZ's so good with those stairs.
Yeah, his spacing's insane.
It's actually, yeah. Remy, the one thing I remember him mentioning to me, like, because we actually talked about, like, Yumiko and how, if he'd ever play it again. And, I mean, he's playing it now, but at the time, like, one of the things he was saying is just he needs to get used to just spamming that D-Sig on Hammer again.
It's really, really good. It's not recent, but it got buffed to have a lot less recovery frames. And that makes it a good area denial tool. It's interesting because, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen these two play on LAN. I could be entirely wrong there.
They played it... Okay. They've played it LAN, but yeah. I haven't seen them play each other either. At BCX 2018, they played.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
LDZ taking that one.
Yep.
2-0. Which was a big... Oh, wait. At 2018.
28.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about 2017.
No,
I take everything I said back. And
Not
LDZ taking Remy stock out. Switching the song. He looked down at his phone. I saw that. Remy with a risky... That's true combo, and that is... Not a true combo, but that's damage for sure. Remy
How much does downlight on Lance do? Because that's a lot.
And downlight into neutral light is true on 9 decks, which is what LDZ is rocking. So, big early damage lead on the second stock for LDZ off of that one GC from Remy. But Bo can rack up the damage very quick. And Remy, no stranger to not getting hit at all. When he enters the zone, Remy does not get hit. I keep saying this to a ton of people. When Remy's in the zone, he's untouchable.
That's true.
At the same time, LDZ is the 2-time. So, this is a very interesting battle. We got 1v1 1v1 champion against doubles champion. Multiple times for each of them.
Oh my.
That sig has no priority. The Yumiko side sig.
Yeah.
The hitbox is tiny. So LDZ beating that out.
I'm curious if we're gonna see Remy do a Mafia at all at any time.
He goes for it a lot.
Yeah. He's so good.
Oh, so apparently LDZ and Remy are 3-3 in tournaments. Shout out to production. Thank you for the info.
I didn't even know they played that.
I wonder how many of those are online. Because back in 2017, LDZ in the beginning of the year did very well online. But then towards the end of the year, it was all Remy.
Right.
So I wonder. I wonder if that's if any of those are recent LAN or anything like that.
Yeah, I remember one of the tournaments that Remy. It was actually this weekend that Remy talked about it. It was the Shine Free Flight or whatever, that tournament. Remy beat LDZ in grand finals. So.
What's also very interesting about this match is these two are very good friends. Like Remy, I think he made a best friend tier list. Like #1 iThrow, #2 LDZ. But despite that, I have literally never in my life seen them spar.
That's true.
So it's interesting. I don't know. I say it's interesting way too much, but things are interesting. Can't deny it.
I mean, you never see them spar, but neither of them are ever on.
True.
That's
true.
Yeah.
And LDZ Online is, of course, a different beast, playing from US West with a bit of lag, and Remy with the 0 ping to every single Brawlhalla server. Looking like both of them switch up legends. LDZ taking game 1 in a very back-and-forth match, but looked in control at the end there.
Yeah, Remy definitely was just playing that game 1 to test out Yumiko, see how it worked, which I know he likes to do. He's not really a fan of like switching around his characters a lot, but when he does, it's usually game 1 just to kind of test it out.
The Koji comes out.
Yeah.
And the Diana comes out. I feel like these are their peak characters.
For sure.
Because the Lance, despite LDZ getting a lot out of it the last game, I think Lance is pretty... It can be predictable, it can be punishable, and I don't think it has the highs that Bo does, especially when played at super, super high level against someone as good as Remy. So it makes sense that he's switching up the Bo when Remy switches up the character. But LDZ took game 1, so even if they go back and forth in games after this, LDZ will have the initial lead.
Well, I mean, when they were picking characters, LDZ locked in the Diana
first.
Yeah, first. So yeah, I felt like, I don't know, maybe he knew that Remy was possibly just gonna switch to Koji anyway, so he was like, okay. That'll be
Also,
better for me overall.
LDZ, his character choices a lot of the time aren't based on matchup or like the player.
Right.
Sometimes it is, but most of it is based on how he's feeling. He's very much trusting himself, trusting his play, trusting his peaks.
Right.
So it's good to see him on the Diana, because his Diana is kind of what he's known for, at least in 2019. So Remy with an early lead. LDZ fighting to take this stock, is letting a lot of these Sairs, but both Sair on the ground, not going to be a viable knockout option until very late. And Remy catching his landings repeatedly with these recoveries and taking a damage lead.
Honestly, Remy's one of the people that, like, he doesn't do a ton of weapon throws, but when he does, he usually hits them pretty consistently.
They're very well placed, yeah. And LDZ looking desperate for the kill, throws his weapon, GC neutralite. But still, Remy's got stage control. Remy's got game control, and LDZ's got the rawest dash inside sig to take the stock.
I wouldn't be surprised here to see LDZ just get something huge on blasters.
You know, I didn't want to point this out, but I normally commentate with Remy.
Right.
We're the Reggie duo. But now that he's playing, I feel a little empty. Because the person next to me, something about them is just off.
Okay.
You're not going to respond?
Yeah. No, I got nothing to say.
No. I'm a fan of the Vinny. I'm a fan of the Phazon. I'm a fan of the 2v2 win that you and Remy got. And LDZ, 4th place 2v2. Trying to say, 1v1, I'm a champion. I might not have had it in 2s. Maybe my teammate's a commentator now.
He's been saying, like, every single time I ask him, he's like, yeah, I'm going to win low tier. Like, okay. I mean, go off.
Go off, King.
Yeah, something like that. Like, it's just the confidence in his play. Like, he was down so much, and then now he's already brought it back like it was nothing.
Yeah.
He keeps it close always.
I think LDZ is the type of player that's always confident but never cocky. So when he says, I'm going to win, it's not necessarily a statement like, oh, all of you are bad. I'm better than everyone. It's more so a mantra for him. Like, I can win. I can win everything. I will win. I'm going to win. Remy is saying, no, you aren't. Just like in 2s. Just like when he 3-0'd us in 2s.
Yeah, we went to... You guys were our first match.
True.
And you guys got 4th.
True.
That was just like...
We beat you.
Yeah, 3-1.
And then we got destroyed.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a sign of what happens in this set. LDZ wins the first game and then Remy wakes up. 1 stock each. Once again, we hear an unnamed individual in the crowd. Does not deserve a name.
I think whenever I see Remy in these sort of situations with 1v1s, he always has the lead. And it's like, oh yeah, Remy should be able to close it out here.
I feel like he gets like...
It always gets close.
It always gets so close. And most of the time he ends up taking it anyway with the delay recovery. Almost like always delay recovery. But it's always very close. And LDZ, he's got very good movement. And Remy's the kind of player that he won't always go for an instant punish. He'll try and read your movement afterwards. And LDZ is the kind of player that it's very difficult to read his movement because it's so good.
Oh, no, he missed it.
And
sword never killing where you want it to.
What do we say? What do we say? The damage is almost even up.
He knows he just needs that one recovery.
Yeah, that one recovery will do it. But he's fishing a little hard. The nair, not enough. One more will do it.
One more.
But LDZ not getting there. It is the downline recovery. What do we say? What do we say? What do we say? Nobody's cheering for Remy in the crowd. LDZ, the fan favorite, got all the people in the audience cheering for him, of course. That's just how things go.
Both these games have been so close.
This is a set.
It's gonna be.
This is the set that you'd think would be in top 8.
Right.
Some pools. What were you saying? I totally interrupted you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say this is like one of those sets where it would not be a surprise for it to be like a last hit game 5.
Not at all. Especially on these two characters. When they're on their tried and true mains, not their wacky mains.
Yeah.
Like the Yumiko.
I think what's gonna help Remy a lot, or I guess what should give Remy the edge, is that like LDZ, his bow is crazy good, but I think like what he can do on blasters as far as like racking up damage is just
on another level.
It's
and we saw it. Like we're seeing it right now. Remy fighting back with the bow.
If Remy can just kind of deter that and just move around it, then that should give Remy such a better shot at just holding leads.
Once he enters the dead zone, he's got it. Remy is so good when you're stacked on each other of getting the hit and avoiding the other person, and especially with guns which don't have that huge. Like I mean, they have downlight, but that's pretty much it, which is very slow and also very punishable. Or, I mean, it's not slow, but it's very
Oh,
flexible.
it's going to do it.
Another raw side stick from LDZ. Remy taking that. That was back and forth. Like, this is back and forth as you can get. And again, this is what we would see in top 8, but LDZ with a very low seed, I would say, compared to his skill.
Might as well have been an SD. LDZ just about always gets those. I've honestly never seen him miss.
As we said, he doesn't show up that much. Like, it's very rare to see him at lands. He wasn't even going to go to low tier until I said that I was going. Because obviously we can play 2 together.
Right.
He wasn't going to go. The next event he was going to go to was BCX in 6 months. So LDZ doesn't show up that much. His online placings are very not good. I'm not going to mince words here. They suck.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why he's got this low seed. But that's the thing. When you have a low seed, it's so hard to get out of that low seed cycle. Because you get a match like Remy early on in pools, and then your placement is low and your seed doesn't increase. So for LDZ to consistently get top 8, he's gotten top 8 at every single LAN he's attended. It's that much more impressive. On the other hand, Remy, as we mentioned, 2v2 champion here at Low Tier City, starting to feel the rhythm with this bow. Put LDZ in kill percent. LDZ is unarmed once again.
Oh, wow. That was... Remy that was a misclick, as Remy would say. I do not think Remy meant to do that at all.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Maybe something else, but like...
The raw side sig. LDZ's gotten a lot of kills like that. Missed the first stock. Gets the second one. 2 with raw side sigs. This time he got the guns. He got that little bit of extra vertical range as well. And Remy kind of stood still for that one. Maybe he tried to spot dodge.
Oh my...
That was so good. The spacing. LDZ thought he was going to approach. Remy went forward, backed up a tiny bit, went for the down sig. Totally mixed LDZ
So
up.
many people play Koji, and
they
never use that sig, and Remy rarely uses it. But again, it's just like his weapon throws. It's
every single time.
Yeah. That or he just doesn't get punished for it because he just knows how to use signature so well.
And Remy's in the zone right now. LDZ gets his first hit, but he's already in the orange. Remy is getting so much mileage out of these nairs. LDZ's floating above him, trying to get these down airs. Realizing the guns aren't working, picks up the bow.
Oh, sig maybe?
Doesn't have any reads, doesn't have any dodge reads. Remy doesn't dodge it very frequently. So, didn't dodge after that side light.
I think
Remy's high recovery.
Remy's definitely being very smart by just kind of letting LDZ do his own thing. That is something that Remy will do a lot of the times. It's just the N-sig because it covers so much.
If you're walking forward, you're going to get hit.
Right.
And Remy feeling the rhythm. When Remy gets going, his movement, like we talk so much about LDZ's movement, but Remy's movement when he gets in the zone is so good. Like you expect him to attack at a certain time, and he delays it by like half a second, and that throws everything off. But LDZ on the other hand, keeping it close as we expected.
So good.
Dodge up. Remy not a lot of options. LDZ catching the landing,
jump.
doesn't get the Sarah. That could have been it. LDZ not going for the guaranteed, and that'll cost him the game.
Wow.
LDZ knows it.
Yeah.
They're both reeling back. Close set. Again, nobody in the audience cheering.
Remy feeling good. I saw a little bit of a smirk, I feel like, out of him.
Remy tries to hide his emotions, but we all know.
we
all know. And they both know. LDZ knows. LDZ knows. So that downlight into chase dodge recovery that he does is not guaranteed by any means, but he goes for it so much because people dodge into it anyway.
Right.
The problem is if you miss it, you're dead.
You should be dead. Yeah.
Dead. And that's what happened. LDZ, if he dodged diagonally up and then did the recovery, it would have been completely true. Remy would have been dead. This would have been a 2-1.
Right.
Now it's 1-2.
Well,
LDZ on the back foot.
One thing I noticed though, like Remy did the last game and the game before that, is that LDZ went for a gravity cancel D-light, and Remy just flat out it was like a potential kill, and like Remy just flat out missed it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to something like that as like determines who's gonna win the game, because that's literally what happened.
That was a nice wake up. Yeah, that was a nice wake up from Remy, getting a little bit extra damage on the Sair. And LDZ, by no means out of it. He is so used to making these comebacks. We saw against Kui at CEO down 2-0, makes the full reverse 3. So he's definitely in it.
That was good.
But Remy is not slowing down. Remy is not stopping.
I feel like, I don't know, after that last game loss for LDZ, I mean, you saw him kind of reel back and shaking his head.
Yeah.
I don't know if that.
He knew he had the game. You got to get your mind out of the past. Think in the present. And LDZ, thinking in the future, trying to hit Remy where he wasn't. Got to stay in the moment. Get this knockout before Remy runs away with damage, which is what happened last game. And they've been neck and neck, whiffing the down sig. Honestly,
Remy getting
I don't know if
damage
that was
here
the
is
play.
so big.
I don't know if that was the play. It's high risk, low reward. LDZ still not getting the kill, but didn't get hit. So that's okay. Remy with not much left.
I think he used his dodge
That's
too early
it,
on
that's
that
it.
anyways, yeah.
There was a moment in the last game where Remy recovered high with only recovery. LDZ hit a side light, missed the Sair, and Remy took the game. LDZ saying, once you only have your recovery, you're not getting back again. I gave it to you one time, but I'm the 2-time.
I don't think he even gave it to him. I just think that Remy was so damaged that he could just jump out of it. Because it is like a
Actually, I think
three-frame
you're right.
thing.
I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think you're right. But LDZ not afraid to go unarmed by any means. He does it a lot in twos. It's very scary, but it almost always works, so that's okay.
Remy's sword has been actually like incredible throughout the set as far as just controlling and neutral.
It's been Remy's sword and LDZ's guns
Yeah.
that have been the stars of the show. And each of their bows have been good. Like, LDZ gets the knockout mostly with bow. He has to practice that. Yeah, he has to practice that. I don't think he's ever practiced that.
With the
Could've
delay
gotten
rack?
The delay recovery. Probably could have gotten the kill there. But instead, Remy's now the one that put LDZ in the disadvantageous spot.
Not going to kill
High,
yet.
not yet. Remy going for a dare to read the movement. That's not going to do it.
Oh my.
Recovered
LDZ
recently.
still has a damage lead.
Read the movement in LDZ. Down to his potential last winner's bracket stock. And it's even done. It's that good. LDZ's Sairs are insane. His
Yeah,
spacing
that's like
is so good.
the one, like we were saying Wilson with Qatar neutral. Like
LDZ and his
LDZ
gun
on Sairs. I don't understand it. How anyone can land that
Remy
move that
duking it
consistently.
out unarmed.
Oh, nice.
Got the read on the movement. Remy has a big lead here. The trade-in hits back and forth, but of course Remy's in the lead, so it'll go to his advantage. He's got a hang of LDZ's patterns now. Oh, dodges into that one a little bit prematurely, and LDZ gets big damage out of it, reads the landing.
You just can't let LDZ have his momentum.
Yo, once LDZ gets momentum, it feels like he's unhittable.
Yeah. Another Sair maybe?
And he's gotten so much damage unanswered. Remy dodging in, looking for the neutral stick, but doesn't get punished. That could have been a recovery. Just practice. Practice Remy with nothing. LDZ goes for a nair, but Remy had no options.
All that LD, I think a Sair is going to kill. He's just going for it.
He's going for it. Not yet.
One more.
This is when you're on the edge of your seat.
Oh.
The downlight.
Because of the platform,
The
yeah.
damage and the platform. And we hear Sparky in the crowd cheering for LDZ. Creed,
This is
Creed
gonna,
awfully silent.
This is going to come down to the last of like
This
I
is
said,
gonna be last.
for sure.
This is gonna be last at game 5. Can't hear Creed. No, la 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 la. Can't hear Creed. Let's go, Sparky. You're my favorite commentator anyway.
If LDZ lost that would have been, I feel like that would have been a bit of a heartbreaker. That was.
Yeah, he had all the momentum.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. Remy had to stop the momentum in like right there because LDZ ran away with it. Back to Mammoth. 5 games on Mammoth. Game 5. LDZ, Remy, 2 best friends, but only one can move on.
I just think
the winner's
Remy,
bracket.
the games Remy's won, he's gotten the lead early and just had like control of it
The
throughout
whole game.
throughout
But
the whole game.
LDZ's had to make comebacks every time, except for game 1 on the Rex. He
Yeah.
had the lead the whole time there.
Yeah, once LDZ though like starts to get the momentum, like Remy has to get that damage lead early on after he takes the first stock on LDZ.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't get that like damage lead on the second stock, then LDZ just like it's just an avalanche. It just keeps snowballing.
And that's kind of LDZ in a nutshell, is the snowball. We saw it in in Worlds. Once he got that win against Effie in BCX 2017, he had all the momentum, took out Boomie, took out Addy. Remy has got to stop the momentum of LDZ. LDZ is a monster on land. On the other hand, Remy is fighting just as hard against his best bud. Second best bud. We'll see the bow ditto. We haven't seen much of this as both of them are
A Sig's
preferring
going to
their
do it for
alternate
either of
weapons.
them for sure at this
Yeah.
point. Or an edge guard. I don't like that Remy went on the outside like that.
LDZ, I think if he went for recovery, it would have taken the stock. Goes for a side light, trying to read the dodge in. Remy with the down sig, looking a little desperate on that one. Maybe looking to catch LDZ off guard, but LDZ dodged it. Got the
Oh my.
baby punish. The Sair, if that hit from the left side, it would have done it. Would have hit from the right. Remy with no
Jump,
options,
yep.
going for that again.
He's not going to get it, yeah.
Remy's so damaged. Anything from
200
LDZ.
plus easy.
One Sair will do it, but Remy outspacing. That's the thing about bow. So guns that have the
Nice.
dead zone, that was beautiful.
Wow.
They have the dead zone inside, and so bow can get in there with nairs, but they also outrange with the dash down lights. So you saw that twice now.
I mean, at this point, what do you do
Crucial
if you're
moments.
Remy? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're one hit. Like, I feel like you just kind of go in, try and do your own thing.
And I don't think LDZ, like, when you don't get that kill, it's a lot of pressure. But I don't think it's going to get to him because he was ahead that whole time. The reason why he couldn't kill Remy is because he was outplaying him neutral so much that he got so much damage on him. And Remy's been outspacing these Sairs very, very well, and that's a lot of LDZ's starters. So he needs to mix it up a lot. And Remy,
I've noticed that
he's falling a lot.
it really does just come down to like Remy playing around in the dead zones and getting those punishes every single time. Because there's sometimes like you see Remy gets inside, he'll do the harder part, I think, but then he'll miss the punish that he needs.
At the same time, it's very hard against a player like LDZ who can weave around so well. Because we see that we keep saying guns have dead zones. That's part of the reason why blasters are such a hard weapon to master. And you see players in rings a lot of the time they're attack master 5000 and they just get punished. And so you gotta space so much. We see two of the best players in the world, LDZ and Boomie, rocking out with the blasters because they've just got the spacing, they've got the movement, and it's very, very difficult. But Remy's got to enter those dead zones, as we've been saying. Got to get those sword nairs like he was in the 2 games that he won. Otherwise, LDZ's gonna run away with it.
Remy going off like that.
The kill efficiency.
I feel like Remy needs to get on the ground. He keeps going up in the air, and then LDZ just kind of it becomes a lot simpler for him. Because it's just that bow and air, bow recovery.
This is a crucial moment right here. If LDZ gets a damage lead, it'll be so huge.
Edge guard.
But Remy going a little bit. He doesn't have a dodge. He only has recovery. No,
he's still good.
He goes for the immediate ground pound. Okay. Okay. Oh, he got the dodge. We hear. Is that Sandstorm? I think it's Sandstorm in the crowd. Sandstorm. Remy going for the weapon throw. Going for an early down sig. That's desperate. I don't know. That looks desperate. I'm expecting an immediate, either an immediate sig or a downline. Yeah, that would have been it. LDZ. A little bit of damage. He's putting a lot of pressure on Remy. Not it yet. One more hit. LDZ, if he gets anything right now, I mean, that's just so big.
Yeah.
LDZ's had the clutch in the set so far.
Now LDZ's sitting on somewhat of a comfortable lead.
But that'll do it.
And as I say that...
Last stock, game 5. I feel like I'm peeking my mic. Sorry. Sorry, Stray. Sorry. Remy. He's got the momentum now. He's got the kill.
He had no dodge there. Another one?
Another one. LDZ looking for these downers. He needs to get him to kill percent. There's another one.
He's done that so many times.
He went for the punish when the punish didn't exist. And that's so atypical of Remy.
Well, and also LDZ, I mean, just about every single time that LDZ's done the dare and the Sair, he's gone for the crossover end line.
And then Remy's
Remy's gone hit by it. So
at
this point, it's just...
Remy and kill percent. A recovery high on the map will do it.
That's
Remy with no jumps. He's got
LDZ
nothing.
Doesn't mess that up.
LDZ takes
LDZ doesn't mess that up.
Game 5. And you gotta imagine, if Remy didn't go Yumiko and LDZ didn't go Vrax.
That's true.
This could have been another game. The 2-time taking it over the 2 champ. The 2 champ.
Yeah.
I meant. What a set. That was such a great set. That was.
Yeah, I mean.
That was great. That was great. That was fantastic. But either way.
All right.
Not only did we get great gameplay, we got great commentators on the way. Duke and Sparky, we're going to be tossing it over to them. We've got to play our next match.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Thanks for sticking around. Make sure to follow the stream if you haven't already, and we're tossing it over.
See you guys.
See ya.